Hello, motherfuckers.
Wait, I'm not ready.
Hi, motherfuckers. Hello, motherfuckers.
You can get lemonade infused with any flavor.
Oh, is that the only
We
one
look
that I
so
sent
bad.
you?
I look so We're putting that in the video. You.
Yes, all of them. Okay. You have to say hi.
I have to think of how do I say hi in the videos? Dang, this bitch goes back far. Set up, because we're so far away.
That was a good one. Yep. Okay, hi guys, it's Lexa and my roommate Bailey. Excuse the awful lighting, but we are in his brand new Ford
Fusion.
that literally gets like 1,000 miles per gallon. 158 miles per gallon, same
To be
thing.
exact.
Mine gets like 28.
Not even.
Are you kidding me? Fuck that. Anyways, so last night, Bailey and I got a little fucked up. Got a little bit tipsy. And I had a little falling out with a roommate. And so we are just going to...
It wasn't just like, it was coming up to this. Like,
yeah, like it's been leading up to this because we're just over her. And I actually predicted it because I said before we went out, I was like, if she ever gives me a dirty look again, I'll literally fight her. So we're just going to tell you guys the story about it and tell you guys why you should probably never move out unless you move in with one person that you really like or move out by yourself.
Or just don't get, like, it's not really a... Just don't move in with a bitch.
Her. Yeah. Don't move in with her. Specifically.
I wish you could write like Yelp reviews on like people so you can like look them up before moving in.
What would your review be on me?
I don't know.
Mine for you would be high maintenance.
What? No.
Needs attention. Take care of, well, feed daily.
Bitch, I'm independent. I don't need anyone.
Okay, so basically, I just moved in with Bailey he lives in a 4-bedroom, and they had 1 bedroom that wasn't being lived in, and I moved in, but I help Bailey with his rent, so now rent is cheaper for him, and I also help all of them with their electricity, and I literally clean up all of their messes. I'm like a pretty good roommate, and ever since...
Is he looking? Oh. Bye. Hold on. I got a spy on this person. Oh, he sees us looking. 1 second.
Rerouting. Bro, there's so many weird cars out here right now.
I don't know. I don't like coming up here.
I love it. We're at Skinner's right now. Skinner's Butte. It's like a place.
It's a beaut.
If you ever.
No, I mean like.
It's a Butte.
We're gonna have to edit this video so hard.
Yeah, so we're like at Skinner's Butte right now, by the way. It's like this place that overlooks Eugene. Super cool. Anyways, though, back to the story. So the first time that I had ever actually seen my roommate, like I didn't even know what the hell she looked like. And one day I was like walking in, my friend was helping me move in, and I was walking his dog and he was like carrying boxes for me. And she was like, oh, like, is that your dog? We just were passing each other in the hallway, and she's like, oh, is that your dog? And I was like, yeah. And then I thought about it for a second, and I was like, oh no, wait, it's his. And she just gave me like the dirtiest look for no fucking reason, and I was like, what the hell? So we, like, got into the apartment, and I, like, even asked my friend, I was like, is it just me, or did she give me, like, a super dirty look? And he was like, yeah, what the fuck? Like, and for a guy to be like, she's hella petty.
She just has, like, a...
She's probably pretty petty.
She's just, like, so not social.
Yeah.
She's just, like, the most socially not acceptable person.
Yeah, she just is so rude. And, like, she's just so...
To everyone.
Yeah. She just literally, like, nothing is okay.
Yeah.
Like...
You can never please her.
Yeah. And so, anyways, you know, she just... So then, last night, me, Bailey, and, like, a couple other friends, plus her...
Wait, should we... I feel like we should give them a little... Let's back up to the old roommate that lived with her.
Yeah, okay.
So anyway, there was these, like, I don't know, we had a friend group in high school, and 3 of us moved to Eugene, and 2 of them lived together, the roommate we have now, and then our other friend lived together, and then they started to not get along because if you live with this roommate, you're not going to get along just because that's not a thing. And basically, they made up lies to get her kicked out of her apartment. And so she got kicked out of her apartment and then moved over with me into my apartment. And then it was just like, I was really busy at the time with like school and work, and like I just needed to live somewhere that was, I don't know, I don't want to say like, it was just like a party house, which like I'm down for, but not every night. So I moved into her old room with this roommate, our other friend, and basically now she's doing the same thing that she did with the old roommate.
To me.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, I let her by. And so last night, we're like all hanging out, having a good time, just like, I don't know, like I thought everything was fine. And then one of our friends was like, what the fuck they were doing?
Okay, continue. We'll edit that out.
That is the creepiest fucking thing.
Someone probably lives in it. Wait, let's like not be as lit up. Like, let's just turn the front ones on.
Okay. Yeah, so then we're just like all having a good time last night, and then later Bailey, me, and our other friend like go to her apartment, and we're just like talking kind of about this roommate, and our friend was like telling me, she's like, oh, do you and her have a problem? And I was like, I mean, kind of, like, she's not very nice to me. Why? And she was like, because she was giving you hella dirty looks whenever, like, anytime that you would say anything. And I didn't notice it, but, like, really, you know, like,
yeah,
really. So, anyways, I was like, you know what? Like, I'm so tired of this. Because I fucking wash her dishes. I take out their trash. Like, I'm a good roommate.
Dude, she's just, like, jealous because I was, like, her one friend left because she literally loses all her friends because she's crazy.
Yeah, because she's a psychopath. And so...
you came along.
Yeah, and then I came along. And so, yeah, so I was like, you know what? Like, I'm so over this. Next time she gives me a dirty look, I'm gonna say something about it. And I'm so not probably ever gonna say anything about it, right? Because that's just like my personality, like probably not gonna light somebody up because I'm just like very like, oh no, like quiet, whatever, like Psych. Get over it. Well, last night I needed to get into the house because this motherfucker could go to the bars and I can't because I'm not 21. And my friend, so I was like, I called the roommate several times, and then I called her friend that was like in the room with her, and she answered, and I was like, hey, can you let me in? And she said no and hung up the phone. And I was like, this bitch did not. Like, I was so fucked up. I was like, she did not. And I had to pee really bad. And so I finally like get somebody to let me in the door, and I get there and I just start banging on the door because it's like, okay, obviously you guys are awake.
Get someone to let you in the hallway.
Yeah.
But then she still has to get in the front door of the apartment.
Yeah, because our apartments are like, so like you have to get into a door to like get to your door. Yeah. So, I'm just like,
It's just people.
Oh, it's a light bulb. So, I just start like banging on the door because at this point I'm super pissed off. I'm like, okay, what the fuck? Like, I've been nothing but a good roommate to you. Like, I don't really know what your problem is. So, you know, I'm banging on the door and she comes and she opens it and she's like, we were all sleeping, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, obviously you weren't because your your friend answered the phone and said no. So you guys are obviously just being rude about it. And we just start like going at it because I'm like super fucked up and I just didn't even care. I was so over the situation. And she's like, you don't have to come in here like bang on the door, blah, blah, blah. That's ridiculous. And I was like, you don't have to be fucking rude all the time. Like, I've been nothing but nice to you. And she said something, I don't remember because I was drunk, but I remember the last thing that I said was, you can stop being a fucking bitch. And then I literally just like turned around, walked to my room, locked the door, and I went to bed because I was like, fuck you. And so this morning...
Yeah, no, and then last night I tried to come into her room.
Oh, well, actually, no,
because they all texted about this. They were like, started some group chat, and I was like...
Yeah, we got put in a group chat, and everyone, and that girl was like, oh, blah, blah. Oh, because Bailey was like, can somebody let Lexa in? And she was like, dude, we literally were all sleeping. And I was like, what the fuck ever, texting them back. And she was like, that was so ridiculous. She just called me a bitch. And then I was like, it's no surprise. Like, everyone knows. There's nothing new. Like, you know that you're rude to me, so.
And see, I had no idea what was going on because I was at the bar and I was just
yeah, and he was just super drunk. And so he texted me and he was like, Lexa, stop, you're drunk. And I was like, not drunk enough to not know that she's a bitch. Like, nothing new. I just have the balls to yell at her right now. So then what happened?
Well, no, then I was just like, I came home and I was just like, oh wait, I forgot something happened. So I was trying to get into Lexa's room because I was just like, I don't know. I just needed someone.
Was locked.
I was bored. I wasn't ready to go home. And her door was locked, so I was like banging on it and she wasn't answering because she fucking sleeps through everything. And so I took a knife and was trying to like pick her lock and yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't work.
So then this morning, I get a call from Bailey, and he's like, oh my God, call me, you know? And I guess him and her got into it this morning too, and he called her a psycho bitch, and I'm like, yes, like somebody needed to tell her.
Seriously.
Like, so at this point, we're just kind of done. We're like looking for a new apartment. We really want to move to Arizona. We're like trying to think it out, like how to do it, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just like
we need
taking
something
our
in between
time.
though.
Yeah. So,
but I just got an interview. We're not putting that in it. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, he got an interview in Seattle.
We'll talk about that later.
Hella sad. Okay. Well, moral of the story, know who you're moving in with. Lock up your food. And don't be a bitch.
Because Lexa will call you out.
Because I will call you out when I'm drunk.
So anytime you see her.
Also, shout out Dutch Bros. I used to work there, whatever. But they have some pretty bomb frosts. I can only finish the kids' ones. But they're so good. This is a Ninja Frost.
I was going to hold this up. We're going to put some of this on Alexa.
Ooh, the Mario Basque, whatever. I got... That made me feel like I was drowning. Where were we? Oh, Bailey and I took a day trip up to Seattle. And we went to Urban Outfitters, which that was his first time there. Literally like a couple weeks ago. Mm-hmm. And I sprayed some of that on his face, and ever since then, he literally went on Amazon and ordered so many of them. And so he's just like obsessed with them.
Because I'm so greasy.
It's my favorite thing. He literally like will be at work and he'll say, I need my spray, my face spray.
I keep it in my lunchbox at work.
So funny.
Got one in the car, got one in my room, got one in my lunchbox.
Ready? Subscribe to my channel, press the thumbs up, and hit my notifications.
Yeah, I feel like No matter what, we can make it look good. No, don't start it.
Oh.
Pause it. All right now. Like filming in this car, like this is not a good video.